Welcome back, guys, to our playthrough of Pokemon Gold. Now that we've captured the legendary beast, we're back in, is this Cyanwood? Alright, and we are heading to, the Whirl Islands to get Lugia, which will be at level 70. Couple things, I've changed my team around a little bit. As you'll notice here, I brought Furret and Espeon back. There are a handful of Pokemon out here that we're going to end up having to fight due to trainers. So, we'll just be prepared for that. I need to go to the northeastern of these 4 islands, and there's definitely a trainer or two, like her, that we have to face to get there. Once we get to the northeastern island, we have to be super careful, like crazy careful, because there's a few different paths that we can take, and if we take the wrong one, then we are screwed, because it'll shoot you over to another island with no way to return, unless you leave the island and travel the water again. It's very, very annoying. And I know this because I tested it between videos just to kind of see, like, what the path was. And I ended up going to the northwestern one. There's a bunch of items in there that are useful. And then it can't get you where you want to go. Then you go to the northeastern island, which is the one in the top right. And that's the one that has Lugia. But if you take a wrong turn, it'll spit you out at another island. And then you have to swim through that whole path all over again. And it's very frustrating. Okay, so I think... Is this the right one? I'm just looking at the map of maps. Yeah, this is the right one. Okay. So hopefully you can follow along and do what I do here, because it's going to be kind of tough. Go around to the entrance. Play surf again. And then, alright. So Ho-Oh is back on the team, and I had to use... Did I not teach it? I didn't do it. Okay. I have to use... Flash on it. Now, this is like at the end of the game, so it's not really a big deal that I'm teaching a move like Flash to Ho-Oh, but I wanted to have a Pokemon that can fly, so I didn't have Ampharos on the team for this. Let's go ahead and do that. That's right, the plan was to give Ho-Oh Flash, and I'm going to get rid of Gust for it. Alright. And Flash is you only need to use it once in here, but if you leave, or if you, like, you know, go to, like, an exit, step out, and step back in, then the cave will require you to use Flash again, which, like, isn't a big deal. Obviously, it's an HM move, but you only have to use it the one time to get through all the different ladders and steps and everything. Okay, so I believe you do not want to go here. Yeah, you don't want to go there because that'll take you to the wrong island. I believe this is the right way. Okay, this is... I want to make sure that if there's any path, that it's not like a path of no return, because that'll be annoying. Is this the right... Yeah, this is the only way to go, so... Okay. I wasn't sure I could surf on this. That edge didn't quite look like a surfing spot. Now, does that take you down to where Lugia is, or is it up there? Okay, let's definitely save it here, because I want to make sure that if I do something wrong... Yeah, we definitely want to save it here. And I taught, Kingdra knows the 3 water moves: Surf, Waterfall, and Whirlpool. So you need those, and then I believe you might need Strength, but I'm not 100%. We'll see. I don't remember. Is this where... Oh god, it's like right here. That was so easy. Okay, that wasn't difficult at all. Yeah, in between videos, I was just like testing this pathway, and I thought for sure that there was going to be a little bit more complications, but nope. That's Lugia. And Lugia can be shiny too, so if you want to shiny farm it, that's up to you, but I'm not doing that because that'll just be way too much. It's just a nightmare that I don't want to deal with. Now, depending on your version of the game, so if you're playing Silver, then I believe Lugia is at level 40. But it's level 70 for me, and I am not going to deal with trying to catch a level 70 Pokemon right now, because that's nuts. I've got 2 Master Balls left, and with the only purpose of using this last one and then having a Master Ball in my inventory, because I just like the idea of having an extra one. Cool. Lugia is now on the team. Or in the inventory, rather. Lugia, the diving Pokemon, it is said that it quietly spends its time deep at the bottom of the sea because its powers are too strong. Cool. Now, do I have an escape rope and can I use it on the back of a surfing Pokemon? Let's see, I should have at least one. Yeah, there we go. Nope. Good, then we can get out of here. All right, now I said I wanted to make one last video, which I probably will do that, but we'll wrap up this one here in just a moment once we get past the 8-minute mark. Got to get that ad revenue, baby. All right, so we're going to go to New Bark Town and I'll set up the next video. But yeah, that was it. I thought that was going to be much more dramatic, but it wasn't. But thank God, because I was just not in the mood with dealing with like another pain situation, trying to catch some legendary Pokemon. Just screw that, man. It was just too much after dealing with the beasts. Really, right, the first step after my repel is a Tentacool. Yeah, between Raikou, Entei, and Suicune, that was not a fun time. Raikou, I take it back, wasn't bad. We caught him immediately. But Entei and Suicune was just a frustration beyond words. All right, so I think we're in Kanto now, right? So let's go... I actually want to go to... I know what we're going to do. Okay, yep. So we're going to take Ho-Oh, and we are going to fly to Viridian. Now, there are two places in Kanto that we didn't really go and explore, and one was the Viridian Forest, and I felt like while we didn't need to go through there, I want to do that. The other place was Mount Moon, which I also don't really need to go into, but there is a scripted event over there if you want to deal with that, so you can certainly do that if you'd like. I think we actually beat those trainers, so I'm not worried about that. And then isn't, let's see. Huh. I don't remember this stone structure here. Is Viridian Forest not present anymore? What is the deal? What? Wait, is this isn't what happened at Viridian Forest, right? Someone pointed out to me, in Pokemon Yellow, I think it was, that all these things are actually trees. And I thought they were rocks because they blended in with the ground, which I guess now that you think about it, the ground is probably grass, so it would make sense that they're trees. But I was like, these look like boulders based on their shape. Their sprite work is terrible. Like, that shape just does not look like that to me. Wait, what happened here? So now we're in... Well, ain't that something? So there's no Viridian Forest now? What the hell happened to Viridian Forest? That doesn't make sense. Let me look this up. I thought Viridian Forest was going to be here. Viridian Forest Gold. Did they just, like, burn it down? In Generation 2, Viridian Forest no longer exists as a standalone area and has been replaced with the maze of standard trees, containing items and berry trees, which is now part of Route 2. The maze forms roughly the same design as before, and the items are placed similar to those located in Gen 1, 3, and 7. However, in the Generation 4 remakes, the forest is re-expanded in the same state of an actual dungeon with 5 trainers added in the Pokemon Silver, Pokemon Yellow. Well, ain't that something? Okay, well, then I guess we're not doing that. I was going to explore Viridian Forest and do a little Mount Moon thing, but I guess we're not doing that. In any case, whatever, that's a wrap on this video. We caught Lugia in record time, which is good for me because I really just wasn't in the mood for chasing after the legendary for, you know, the extended period of time. But regardless, thank you guys for watching this episode of Pokemon Gold. This is basically just like a checklist item for me now that we got rid of that. The next episode, we have that scripted encounter with our rival, I think. Hopefully. I'm hoping it works. We'll have to see. I read that there was supposed to be an encounter there with Mount Moon with our rival, and I don't know if it's going to actually take place, but we're going to look for it in the next one. And then we'll wrap up with our thoughts on Gen 2, and that'll be the end of it. But that means that we still have one more episode of the playthrough. So regardless, if you enjoyed this one, though, you can show your love by hitting the like button. Do not forget to subscribe. Any feedback for me, leave it in the comments section, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Also, don't forget to take a look at the description box. There's some links that might be of interest to you, one of which is a link to the Marcanine community Discord server. If you want to be part of that group, you can chat with me directly. And try to join the server as quickly as possible because I have special cosmetic roles for the first 50, 100, 150, 200, and 250 like members that join. And we're over 100 now, so if you join now, you get the special... I was part of the first 150 members of the Marcanine Discord server community thing. It's just a cool thing to show off if you're interested, so act now. Anyway, that's it for me, guys. Take care of yourselves, be well, and I'll see you in the next and final episode of our Pokemon Gold playthrough. Later.